E3 is going on as we speak, but all the major press conferences are already over. With so many games being announced and featured, it was inevitable that a few would stand high above the others. So, as with every year, today we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 games of E3 2017. Now, just keep in mind that this is a personal list, so if you don't agree with anything or think I've missed something, then just let us know in the comments section below what your favourite announcements were. SpiderMan on the PlayStation 4. Now, this is actually an unusual choice for me, as I don't actually play PlayStation games, but from what we saw at Sony's conference and some reassuring words from Insomniac themselves, it's looking like Spider-Man could be the best Spider-Man game since Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2. Coming to us in 2018, the game features a full open world New York City and a fully momentum based swinging system to navigate that world. Definitely one to look out for. Anthem. Microsoft's big hitter this year. An unexpected announcement, this brand new IP from BioWare looks to combine exosuit gameplay, multiplayer co-op and a densely packed open world environment. The aesthetic is really interesting and I'm already excited to discover the secrets and lore of this mysterious world. It actually reminds me a lot of Destiny, but you know, interesting. Call of Duty or World War II will perhaps be the first Call of Duty game in a few years that I've actually been excited to play. Taking us back to World War II, the game looks to recreate iconic battles from the war in the single player campaign and offer a slower paced, more impactful multiplayer experience. Also, did I mention it has zombies? Yeah, Nazi zombies are making a return, so for me, this game is pretty essential. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Fool me once, EA, but this new installment looks to be righting many of the wrongs committed by the first game. A full single-player campaign, deeper multiplayer, every single era of the Star Wars canon, and apparently up to 3 times more content than its predecessor, seems to have put Star Wars Battlefront 2 on track to be one hell of a game. I'm still very wary though. Battlefront 2 is a very big name to live up to. State of Decay 2. This isn't one of the biggest games coming out of the event this year, but it's definitely one that I am really excited for. Compared to the original, State of Decay 2 is a pretty traditional sequel, expanding on the basic gameplay of the series and adding a few refinements. With deeper character progression, a 3 times larger world and expanded base building capabilities, State of Decay 2 seems to be offering up everything I could want from the State of Decay sequel. Also, it has up to 4-player co-op now, so I'm definitely not missing out on this one. Far Cry 5, known currently more for its controversy than anything else, actually looks fucking amazing. Now, I'm going to be a bit biased on this one. I've pretty much loved every Far Cry game since Far Cry 2, so there was really little chance I wouldn't be excited for this one. With its brand new setting of Montana and intriguing story and characters, Far Cry 5 looks like it'll do just enough to shake up the Far Cry formula and deliver a fresh, new experience for both new players and old. Assassin's Creed Origins, finally officially announced and shown off at the Xbox briefing. Origins will take players back to the very first Assassins in ancient Egypt. With a massive open world featuring cities, deserts and rivers just to name a few, Origins seems to be reworking the Assassin's Creed formula and expanding on a previously tired franchise. The combat systems also have been reworked along with the climbing and parkour. Hopefully this will bring some much needed life back to the Assassin's Creed franchise. Metro Exodus. I had absolutely no idea this would be showing up at the Xbox briefing, but I was so happy it did. The Metro series is one of my all-time favourites, from world building to gameplay to characters and enemies. The Metro games have always stood above other generic first-person shooters. The new game looks to open up the world even further, following on from the events of the previous games. It's brilliant to see the narrative progression of the 3 games so far, and I'm hoping Exodus will be the best game yet. Holy shit. Monster Hunter World is everything I've wanted since playing Monster Hunter Freedom on PSP. With the series having previously been shackled to handheld systems or less powerful hardware, Finally getting a Monster Hunter on both modern consoles and PC will hopefully finally push the series to where it deserves to be. The graphics look great, the monsters are huge, and it's pretty much everything I could want from a Monster Hunter game. Perfect. Wolfenstein the New Colossus, possibly ending with the game I am most excited for. Taking place 5 months after the events of the New Order, New Colossus puts players back in the shoes of BJ Blazkowicz, who apparently survived the end of the last game. This time he finds himself in the good old US of A, again fighting off the Nazi regime. You know, I don't really even need to say much about this one. If it's half as good as the last game, it'll be fucking phenomenal. So, they are my top 10 games of E3 2017. There are a few other games that I had to cut from this list, including The Crew 2, Skull and Bones and Sea of Thieves, but there were also tons of other games that were announced, so as I've said before, let us know what your favourites were in the comments below. That's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'd really appreciate a like, comment and subscribe. Oh, and follow me on Twitter. I've been TheRoyalGorilla. Over and out.
His name is Luke and he's more than your average gamer. No ordinary let's player. Know about Easter eggs much better. Da 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 da. His name is Luke, aka TheRoyalGorilla. Even bigger than the giant Godzilla. Follow him in every game he goes. Da da da.